Maureen O'Hara was more than a Hollywood legend. She was a woman who refused to be shaped by an industry built on control and silence. Born Maureen Fitzsimons in 1920 in suburban Dublin, she rose from a humble Irish upbringing to become one of the most powerful leading ladies of Hollywood's golden age. Her striking red hair, porcelain skin, and fierce spirit made her unforgettable on screen, but it was her integrity and courage that truly set her apart. In an era when actresses were expected to obey without question, O'Hara fought back against exploitation and manipulation. Now, decades later, she finally reveals the truth about Hollywood's most dangerous predators, men who used power, fame, and intimidation to ruin lives. This is the story of a woman who refused to play the game and paid the price, yet still emerged as a legend. From Dublin to Dreams, the making of a star. Maureen O'Hara was born Maureen Fitzsimons on August 17, 1920, in Rianella, a suburb of Dublin, Ireland. Raised in a close-knit family that valued creativity and storytelling, she showed early promise in the arts. Her talent led her to the Abbey Theatre, Ireland's national theatre, where she studied drama, voice, and elocution. Though her natural red hair and green eyes would later become iconic, they were initially hidden in black and white film. Her time at the Abbey shaped her discipline and stage presence, giving her the confidence to take on the world. When the renowned actor Charles Linton discovered her, he signed her to a contract and cast her in Alfred Hitchcock's Jamaica Inn in 1939. Her performance earned international attention, launching her toward Hollywood and the life she was destined for. Her rise was swift, but the world she entered was far more dangerous than it appeared. Hollywood's new Irish beauty. After Jamaica Inn, Maureen O'Hara's Hollywood career took off. Her role as Esmeralda in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939, opposite Charles Linton, proved she was not just a pretty face, but a powerful actress. Hollywood quickly recognized her ability to play strong, defiant women, characters who refused to be silent or submissive. In a time when actresses were often reduced to decorative roles, O'Hara stood out as a voice of strength and intelligence. Her performances in How Green Was My Valley, 1941, The Black Swan, 1942, and Sinbad the Sailor, 1947, demonstrated her range. She became known for portraying women of substance, fiery, proud, and deeply human. But as her star rose, so did the pressure to conform. Hollywood wanted her to be moldable, to be manageable, and to accept the compromises many actresses silently endured. The Quiet Man and the Man Who Ruled the Set. O'Hara's most famous partnership came with director John Ford and actor John Wayne, with whom she made several classics, including Rio Grande, 1950, The Quiet Man, 1952, and McClintock, 1963. The Quiet Man became her signature film, an Irish romance that remains beloved for its passion, humor, and dramatic intensity. On screen, O'Hara's Mary Kate Danaher was fierce, proud, and unbreakable. Off-screen, however, the relationship between O'Hara and Ford was far from romantic. Ford was a cinematic genius, but he was also volatile, controlling, and often cruel. O'Hara later revealed that Ford's treatment of her was abusive, emotionally manipulative, and sometimes physically violent. His obsession with her became a toxic force, a dangerous mix of power, jealousy, and insecurity. O'Hara's refusal to be intimidated is part of why she became a target, because she refused to submit. The cost of integrity, refusing Hollywood's predators. Maureen O'Hara was known for her refusal to conform to the studio system's expectations. She would not be forced into roles that demeaned women or made her feel ashamed. She refused to change her Irish accent or compromise her dignity for fame. In 1957, she openly spoke about the casting couch culture that dominated Hollywood. She admitted she had been insulted, humiliated, and blacklisted for refusing to submit to the advances of powerful men. "I was insulted, humiliated, and blacklisted because I did not let studio heads and producers fondle me," she said. These words were shocking at the time, when the industry preferred silence and secrecy. O'Hara's courage cost her opportunities, but it also gave her something far more valuable: self-respect. Her truth became a rare and powerful act of rebellion in an era when women were taught to accept abuse as part of the job. The dark side of John Ford, genius with a monster. Inside. John Ford was a titan of cinema, but O'Hara's experience revealed the dark side of his genius. She described him as emotionally unstable and dangerously possessive. Ford's Catholic upbringing and inability to accept rejection made him prone to cruelty when he felt slighted. O'Hara claimed he would publicly humiliate her on set, berating her without reason. In one chilling incident, she recounted being slapped by Ford during a shoot, allegedly as a form of direction. Though such behavior might have been tolerated in the 1940s, O'Hara refused to accept it. She believed that no artist should be forced to endure humiliation in the name of art. She insisted on dignity, and her refusal to bow down to Ford's power is one of the most remarkable aspects of her story. She did not seek to cancel his legacy, but she refused to let the truth be buried. The men who used power to destroy women. O'Hara's revelations were not just about Ford. They were about a culture of predatory men who used fame and influence to exploit women. She spoke about executives, producers, and directors who treated actresses like disposable objects. She revealed that many actresses were forced to choose between career and dignity, and that those who refused were punished. O'Hara was blacklisted and denied roles, not because she lacked talent, but because she refused to play along. She became a symbol of resistance, an actress who stood up against the most powerful men in Hollywood and refused to be silenced. Her courage predated the modern movements for accountability by decades, making her one of the earliest voices of resistance in an industry built on fear and coercion. A life of love, loss, and loneliness. O'Hara's personal life was marked by love and tragedy. She married young in 1939 to producer George H. Brown, but the marriage was short-lived and annulled 2 years later. In 1941, she married director William Houston Price, and they had a daughter, Bronwyn Bridget Price, in 1944. The marriage ended in 1951 due to Price's alcoholism. O'Hara then entered a long relationship with the Mexican banker Enrique Parra, lasting 15 years. Though they never married, the relationship was deeply meaningful and stable, providing her a sense of normalcy amid Hollywood chaos. Finally, in 1968, she married aviator Charles Blair Jr., a man who encouraged her to leave the spotlight. Their life together in the Virgin Islands was peaceful, but tragedy struck when Blair died in a plane crash in 1978. O'Hara's resilience through loss proved that her strength was not just cinematic, it was real. The legend who lived long enough to tell the truth. After leaving Hollywood, O'Hara wrote her autobiography, "'Tis Herself," revealing candid details about her life and career. She remained active in business, running an airline with her husband and managing her own affairs with the same determination she showed on screen. In 2014, the Academy awarded her an honorary Oscar, honoring not only her films, but her enduring courage and integrity. She had become more than a star. She was a symbol of resilience. When she died in 2015 at age 95, she left behind a legacy of artistry, strength, and truth. She was buried at Arlington National Cemetery beside her late husband, a fitting tribute to a woman who lived a life of love, loss, and dignity. Outro. The woman who spoke when others couldn't, not. Maureen O'Hara's story is not just about glamour and film. It is about courage in the face of abuse, integrity in the face of power, and truth in the face of silence. She proved that a woman could be both a leading lady and a fighter. Her revelations about Hollywood's creeps were not meant to destroy careers, but to expose a system that rewarded predators and punished the brave. In the decades since, her voice has become a precursor to the movements that finally demanded accountability. O'Hara remains an inspiration to anyone who has ever been pressured to surrender their dignity for success. She was a star who refused to dim her light, and she left the world a brighter place for it.